Hello YouTube, this is Charlie from GeekTalkEdinburgh. Today I think I'm going to try and talk about Buffy. I might go off track, I'm so sorry, but it's just the way I am. Everyone else, we all do it, we all go off topic, we all switch sides every now and again. Come to the dark side with us, my friend, you know. But yeah, I'm going to talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now, the very first series, the series starts in movie form, where you've got a movie from the 90s, the original, 92 I think it was, 93, it's one of them, and then it got picked up for a TV show by 1997, so, yeah, so, that ran for 7 seasons in TV form, and then it moved on to comic form. The first 2 seasons of comic form are season 8 and 9. Not all the way through season 9, so no spoilers on season 9 for me, please. But yeah, if anyone wants to say anything, anyone wants to find out about Easter eggs or whatnot, just comment. Nothing's wrong, nothing's bad. If you've got a question, just ask. We can start off with the movie. I actually loved the movie. It was so cheesy, but it was awesome cheesy. I know people are probably going to understand that and some people won't, but just ask. It's the best way to go. So yeah, just the movie was amazing. Kristen Swanson, is it Kristen Swanson? Yeah, Kristen Swanson? Kristen Swanson, yeah. Sorry, I have a stutter. But that's why I got my tongue pierced, so now I have a lisp instead. And now it's more prominent because I'm thinking about it, so let's not think about the lisp. But yeah, amazing movie. I loved it. Flying vampires. We don't have that in the TV show, which is completely different. Yeah, TV show after that was phenomenal. First episode, welcome to the Hellmouth. I'm not going to do every single episode. I'm going to do all the series though. I'll probably talk about season 8 and how people feel about it and what's it mean for them, about the talks of another Buffy movie, but with Heather Morris from Glee. I'm not too keen on that thought, but it might work, even though Buffy's supposed to be 5'3" or 5'4". She's actually meant to be smaller than Faith. So good luck to finding someone who's the same height as Sarah Michelle Gellar. That's not Sarah Michelle Gellar. So yeah. but if Sarah Michelle Gellar is ever going to pick up the stake again, I'm totally behind her, 150 million%. I'm all for Team Sarah. So yeah, if anyone wants to talk about anything coming up, any movies, TV shows, even the books from the original TV series. I have the first 4 books ever. They were amazing. That's actually the first 4 episodes, but in book form and inside the actual characters' heads, which is it's a remarkable view because you get to see and hear their inner thoughts about the situation. Buffy's her brain seems smarter than she acts, and I think that's why it makes the show so ingenious. So if anyone wants to talk about that or anything else, just say. Who's your favourite character? In fact, I'll write down these things. I'll write down the questions I'm going to ask myself and say them out loud. If anyone else wants to ask me any questions, just go ahead. Who's your favourite Buffy character? Well, favourite Buffy character. Those of you will know that my favourite character is Faith. The Dark Slayer. That just sounds so cool. But no, actually I am a huge fan of Eliza Dushku. It's not just that I'm a fan of Eliza Dushku, because I have a huge crush on Eliza Dushku. First time I saw her, I must have been about, oh god, about like 12, 13 years old, and Bring It On. So I've got a thing for cheerleaders. For those of you who don't know, I am gay, but I don't rub it in your face. Well, at least I don't think I do. I don't try to. But yeah, I've had a crush on her since I was 12 years old. So that's been a long time. That's a 13-year crush. I would totally drop my girlfriend for her. So, and my girlfriend knows this. So, my favourite character is Faye. Um, Favourite big bad, and then I'm going to do worst big bad. Like my favourite big bad. Would actually have to be the first. Purely on my side of thinking that the first was the only one to get killed, or get killed as we thought, and come back 10,000 times stronger and bite Buffy in the ass. Quite literally, from beneath you it devours. If that phrase doesn't say anything, I don't know what will. It's like Bocca del Inferno for the Hellmouth, or the Mouth of Hell. Rough translation. Thank you, Anthony Steerhead, for his participation as Giles, or Ripper Giles. You made that character so much awesome, especially in season 4 when I first heard you sing. That was it was Willow with me. I was like, and Willow saying now I remember why I used to have such a crush on him. That phrase alone says all for Giles. Even though he's an older man, you still have a crush on him. So yeah, favorite big bad. But in the games, the big bad would actually have to be Giles as Ripper. If you've played Chaos Blades, we could talk about that as well. Chaos Blades, or if you read the book, it has to be Ripper because it's just so awesome. If you unlock all the extras, you get to see Anthony Steerhead. Sorry, I have a slight touch of insomnia right now, so I'm going to be yawning a lot for the next God knows how long until I actually get sleeping tablets again. But yeah, watching the takes of the audio for the game and watching Anthony Steerhead talk and go through the Ripper words is amazing because he just changes his accent like that. He goes from being an upper man to a lower man. I'm not going to try and insult him by trying to do the accent because I can't do a London accent. I've tried. And I failed miserably. So, favourite big bad in the TV show is the first. And the games, well, the Chaos Blades would have to be Ripper. And in the original game for the Xbox would have to be the Master, because I'm actually a huge fan of the Master. People might not like him, but is it Mark Metcalf who played him? The man is a genius, and once though that makeup goes on him, you'd never take your eyes off him. And the way he talks, he has so much authority, and it doesn't matter how old he is. The Master is the Master. I think the Master is older than Kikistos, or Kikistos older than the Master. I can't really figure that out myself. I personally think the Master is older than Kikistos, because the only thing that's changed on Kikistos is his hands and feet are cloven, sorry. And the Master just looks like a bat, given the original term of vampires turn into bats, like Dracula. But that's season 5, we can get to that later. But in the games, favourite big bad is the Master. Hated beyond everything of a doubt, hated big bad is, I'm actually going to say the trio. I can't I can't explain everything, but it's they killed Tara. They killed Tara. That is all I have to say. One stray bullet just destroyed Willow, and Willow being the big bad in that series was, we saw it coming, especially from Tabula Rasa. That was one after Once More Feeling when Tara finds the Forget Me Not plant that was under her pillow in Once More Feeling, and she realizes what it is. And Willow becoming addicted to magic. That's when they forget they lose their memory, and the whole snuggly wuggly thing with Willow and Xander is quite funny considering the second season when Willow and Xander cheat on their partners or boyfriend and girlfriend with each other, which is kind of expected because Willow was or she thought she was in love with Xander from day one, so it was to be expected. So favorite, excuse me, big hated big bad, hated big bad is the trio. Only thing I like title wise is two down. What I know is it's one down, two to go. As soon as she turned around and said that, one down, two to go, and just disappears. That alone, well, is enough to scare the fact that she's just flayed Warren alive. Literally strung between trees and just went, bored now. That alone was amazing. So, yeah. So they hated the bed as a trio because they killed Tara. I love Amber Benson. She was at Collect Me a couple of years ago, but I wasn't there. One of my friends got a kiss on the cheek from her, so you lucky bastard. Ian, bugger you are. Love you to bits, but you're a lucky bugger. I remember watching Once More Feeling. As soon as I heard Amber Benson sing, that was it. I was in love. Any woman can sing is a beautiful woman in my mind. It doesn't matter what they look like. Their voice alone is enough to soothe me. Hated Big Bad. Let's think about meaningful episodes. My most meaningful or memorable episode is Restless Season 4. It's everything in that is a prophet was a prophetic dream, which means they're all feeding on Buffy's Slayer dreams. So that Xander and Willow, Giles, and Buffy, all the dreams mean something. The Slayer is always trying to hide in darkness, and their friends were seeing what it's like to be the Slayer for the first time. They might be there alongside her helping her, but that dream gave us so much. And the great Armin Shearman made a cameo in that episode. I'm so thankful for that because his character made a lot of sense. In season 2, you'll remember that Xander was during the very first Buffy Halloween episode. Xander was turned into an army man. And he remembered all the codes and stuff, so that whole segment for Apocalypse Now is it means something else to Xander, and the fact that Snyder was the backbencher behind him saying you have to go on. Who are you? What are you? Sort of thing. Because Xander doesn't have any concept of who he is or what he is. He just knows he's Xander, the donut getting driving man, real man in season 3. And the fact that Xander's asking himself that question all the way up into season 7. Willow is Miss Kitty Fantastical and the design on her back, and got to get to class, and you've got to go on stage, you've got to sing, you've got to do this, and in a thing called Death of the Salesman, and each of them are getting killed by the Slayer. Their energy is getting drained. Their sleeping is causing the Slayer to strangle them in their sleep and go, and you see like Faker, that sort of thing. And Giles, he already knows something's wrong because he's looking around the bronze and he's sitting there with all his house furniture in the bronze, so something must be wrong. And Xander's pointing a gaping hole in his chest, and Willow's like getting choked to death, and he's still trying to help Buffy in her sleep, and that's what he constantly does. He tries to help Buffy. He tries to be the person she can lean on. And for Buffy, that entire dream with the first Slayer, it means something else. But the only question I have to ask, and it's the only question I haven't figured out, is what the hell is with the man with the cheese slices? If I could ask Joss myself, I would totally ask him. But he just said it was just some random thing he stuck in a dream. 3 times this guy with the cheese slices pops up. 3 times. The first one is in, I think it's Willow's, and he's in the corner. I made that a place for the cheese slices. And Xander, he comes at the door and goes, I wear the cheese does not wear me. And in Buffy's dream, he just pops into frame going, the cheese slices, and jumps straight back out. You're like, what the? I don't know if there's a concept of to make sure it was a dream sequence, but it means something. It has to mean something. I'm praying it does, because it was just so silly not to mean something. But then again, it could be the fact that that Willow tells Riley in season 4 that Buffy likes cheese as a conversation starter, but that's my view. Everything else I pretty much worked out. Like Tara is in the dream for Buffy saying little sis is on her way, and you think you know what you are, what's to come. You haven't even begun. And that is very, very true. Adam wasn't her strongest opponent. Glory was almost as strong as opponent. Glory was very powerful, and that Hell God was a bitch. Even I can see it's a bitch. But yeah, there is plenty of Buffy you can talk about with me. I could talk about season 8, which is comic. Anyone wants to talk about it? Be my guest. Just no season 9. I've not finished it yet. Look at that. So yeah, just it means a lot. I'm sorry, I'm at work. That'll happen probably a lot. People come up to me and ask me things, and I'm going to try not to let them in frame, because that's their personal life, that's their public, they're doing their job, I'm doing mine. The phone never went during me recording this, so all good. But back to this. Buffy means a lot. The strength it gave me. I'm trying to think of any. I'm gonna ask one. Who is your most favourite underrated character? Even though they annoyed us, I'm saying Anya. Because Anya, whatever way you want to pronounce it, Anya. Anyanka is probably an amazing actress, played by Emma Caulfield. God, God bless you, woman. You brought something completely different to Buffy, and you made us all think. Especially your beautiful voice, your once more revealing, and every now and again I'll break out into bunnies. It must be bunnies, but that's just because I'm trying to break up a bad segment, or people just need cheered up. So I want to thank you for bringing your humour and your amazing talents to Anya. Uh, there's so much I want to talk about, but I just don't know what to say right now. Favorite man. Oh, oh God. I'm gonna say Spike. You can't live without William the Bloody. Who doesn't like William the Bloody? Seriously. He got his name from his bloody awful poetry. But when he reads it in a modern bar, it goes down a blast. But that's an angel, so talk about Angel another time. Because there's a lot of characters in that I want to talk about. And the lot of one I want to say thank you to and respect that they have sorely passed. Yeah. Cameo characters. Let me think. Cameo characters. I've got to say Nathan Fillion. Anyone doesn't agree with me, just tell me who your most favourite cameo is. Even though he was in it for 5 episodes, I think. I'm going to say Nathan Fillion as the preacher man, because his Southern accent, amazing. I'm a huge and awe fan of Nathan Fillion. A female one would have to be Felicia Day. A huge fan of Felicia Day. I watched Supernatural, so she's done quite a lot of stuff. Is it The Guild? I've seen some of the videos. I've not actually seen all of them, but I need to get cracking with them. That's on my that's on my list. Favorite romance. Ooh, what's your favorite romance? I think I'm torn between two because I love what different characters bring to different people. One of them is actually one of my fanfiction ones. I have a lot of friends who ship this. I've shipped it. Is Buffy and Faith. Because believe it or not, Buffy and Faith were meant to become an item. But it didn't go down too well with the people that were going to be watching our show, so they made Willow a lesbian instead of Buffy with Faith. But if you watch season 3 of Buffy, they were trying really hard to put Buffy and Faith together. And everything could be done as a sexual innuendo with Faith. Light and dark are drawn together to make grey. They could have been happy. But that's not going to happen. It finally happened in the comics, season 8. If any of you haven't seen it, or read it, sorry, go check it out. The comics are amazing. You can download them. I think they're like about 2-3 quid, or 2-3 pounds for UK, and maybe about 2-3 bucks in the US or whatever country you're from. You're more than welcome. If you want us to try and translate some of this into another language, we can give it a try. I know a few words in German, a little bit of Japanese. Konnichiwa. I know a few words in Greek, if that's any help. A couple words in French, but I'm mostly English speaker, so anyone wants to even help us with languages, be my guest. Demon languages. I know one of my friends, he's learning Klingon, so you'll hear me go Ptah every now and again because I'll be watching Star Trek, and I keep hearing Ptah, which is A Klingon word for unclean, basically. Well, I think it's unclean, or dirty bugger, scoundrel, or something along those lines. I need to look at my Klingon dictionary, which I do actually have one, but it's in ebook format. I've got a lot of the Star Trek books, just like I have the Buffy books. The Buffy books are in paperback. I need to look them out because I've got a big massive suitcase full of them because I don't have the room for all my geeky stuff, which is bad because I'm looking to move house. But yeah, if you want to talk about anything, just say what is your personal likes about things. What's your favorite episode, favorite character? What's your favorite TV show? If you want to talk, just go for it. Uh, I'm gonna try and draw this out to about 45 minutes, so I can talk forever. But yeah, if you wanna, what makes your show yours? For me, it's the unity and the whole fiction behind Buffy, the tale of the Slayer, everything. If you watch the show and you don't like it, I want you to tell me why you don't like it, um, and what shows you actually like, because everyone has different tastes. Everyone's geekiness is completely different. Everyone is a geek. The ones that embrace it are us. We are out there. Uh, we could be anything, and that's what makes us geeks. It could be our cosplay, it could be our brains. I have a very high IQ, but I had dyslexia at the same time, so everything. I might look smart, sound smart. I'm not. It's just I use my brain for things I enjoy. Uh, stick a TV show in front of me, a music, a lyrics. I play the guitar. Uh, I I do a lot to keep myself occupied because I've got bad insomnia. So if you guys can't sleep at night, do you want a show to watch? What kind of shows are you interested in? Science fiction, real life. If you want some really strange shows to watch, I'm pretty much your person. Try and watch a show if you want something really strange to watch. That I actually personally like if anyone's heard of him, he's called Carl Urban. He plays Bones in the new Star Trek movies. He's also played Julius Caesar in Xena. I'm a huge fan of him. I didn't like him as Julius Caesar, but I loved his acting. Him as Bones now is just phenomenally awesome. And if you want a really strange show, watch Almost Human. Came out, I think it was last year. It was J. Abrams. So J.J. Abrams is J.J. Abrams. It's one of them. Yeah. Um, embrace it. Watch something strange. Watch something unique. It's science fiction. It's about robots. And how the police force are working with them and all that sort of stuff. You might like it. I've only seen the first 3 episodes and I'm loving it. But I'm also watching a bunch of other shows at the same time. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with some of the stuff I watch. I watch a lot of wrestling. Um, I have to watch. I get some shows from online. I'm not going to disclose my shit and my sites I use because that would just be mean. I would be losing out on getting to watch Ring of Honor and a few others. Um, but yeah, I I enjoy watching stuff that I can watch. So if anyone has any recommendations for me, go for it. I'm going to recommend a few shows right now for you. Um, Number one, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That'll be the movie, the series, and the comics, as well as some of the books if you can find them. What other shows? Star Trek. Watch Star Trek. There is variations of it. There is if you want to watch it in chronological order, you go Enterprise, Star Trek the original series, Star Trek the original animated series, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager. In between there's also movies. The latest two, well, they're in the middle, they're going to start filming. The third one's in, thank God. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, anything. Those are the two shows that I will stand by and preach to. Vulcan logic is something that I actually follow. The only logical way to be a geek is to truly embrace it. The late great Leonard Nimoy. That man is the most amazing man ever. He made Spock, and I want to thank him so much from the bottom of my heart, and God bless you. I hope you're up there having fun with James Doohan. I loved him as Scotty, and Bones. But yeah, anything that you see is something for you, make it you. TV shows, movies, we're all in this together. We're all here. There's nothing wrong with us. Embrace it. Be who you are. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I have the tattoo. I have the face tattoo. It says the Buster, and I've got to do this on the flag. So that is the tattoo from Keystone. I've had it done since I was 17, which is illegal in this country. But it was only a couple of months off my 18th birthday, so I think we'll keep this one quiet. So, but yeah, if you have any tattoos that are there for a reason that you admire, that you want to share about why they're there. For geekiness, Buffy made me strong. There's a few phrases, and each of them I could preach to you for the rest of my life. There's two monologues that I constantly have on repeat in my head, and they're actually ones Buffy say. Sarah Michelle Gellar is season 5. The Gift. I loved the very first time I watched that. I could not stop crying. I was just like, I was a mess watching an episode. I'm hoping someone else is. I'm not the only one who cried their eyes out like a little girl and watched it. And the final episode with the fight, when you hear Buffy talking to the potentials, that brought a tear to my eyes as well. And seeing the final scene of Buffy doesn't even open her mouth. She just stands there and just stares back at the town. Well, the sign just falls straight back into the crater that she just created. So, anyone wants to see what their favourite part of it is, or what means to them, be my guest, join us. Stand up for being a geek. Stand up for who you are. Never change who you are. I'm going to thank you for listening and watching, even though I'm just sitting here doing nothing. But thank you. If you want to ask anything, say anything, talk about anything, just message us. Don't be afraid, stand up. And no, I'm not quoting the whatever stand up, what's it called? The Rising from TNA. But no, I'm not quoting the Rising right now. So anything that makes you who you are. But today was just about Buffy. If you wanna ask anything about Buffy or try and quiz me, challenge me. I like a challenge. I enjoy a challenge. I don't use the internet. I use my brain. I will sit and write everything down on paper, and I will work it out, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So ask me anything, or I could ask you questions. I've asked you a few, and I've given you my answers. You could try and trick me of who's the oldest between Darla, Angelus, Spike, Master. You could try and trick me. It's not gonna work. I've downloaded every single quiz I could get my hands on, and I've completed them 100%, which is probably really sad for you, but not to me. It means that my brain has a purpose, finally. So, yeah. Anything you want to ask about Buffy, or you want to know about Buffy, if you want any topics about Buffy, or you want to, what books or comics to read, or to watch the movie, or to watch Buffy and Angel in chronological order, I can help. Just ask. There is nothing wrong with the question. Here's one thing I want to say. No question is wrong or stupid. If you've got it in the tip of your brain, just ask. We can talk about. I can do more segments on Buffy if anyone else wants to talk about it or hear me talk about it. My voice is unique. It's not the best, but I can get by. But join me. I think I'm gonna stop it there for today, guys. If you think I've missed anything out, if you want me to talk about the songs or whatever from the show, people, the bands, God bless Nerf Herder for their songs, because I don't think I could live without some of their songs. Yeah, Amy Mann. There's so many I could go on. So it's Dandy Warhols. God, there's so many. Yeah, if you want to talk about a band. Hell, if you want to talk about Dingles Eat My Baby, which is a 5-star Mary, if I'm not correct. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 5-star Mary or 4-star Mary. It's one of them. 5-star Mary, 4-star Mary. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to ask me about it, go for it. Take my time, but I'll get back to it. Watch this. I'll probably go home and that'll pop on my iPod. But yeah, ask me anything. If you want to ask me about another show, I might not know it, but one of the other guys will. If you want to put the question, we will answer it as soon as possible. There's all of us are here. Rory's already done his intro video. Everyone else will be doing theirs soon. I'm just recording this because I couldn't help it. I done that intro yesterday, and I just couldn't help it. I wanted to get it out there. I wanted people to hear me. I want people to know that strength is not wrong, and being afraid is not wrong. If you're afraid, speak up. If you can't speak up, write it down. No, all of us have been bullied, and we will help you. If you want to express yourself, you express yourself. Do not listen to anyone else. Unless you're younger and your teachers are telling you how to dress right. Dress right for school, guys. No mini skirts, no belly tops. In fact, I don't even know what fashion is today. I'm so used to wearing my uniform, it's unreal. But if you wanna express yourself, drop us a message or comment. Go for it. I'm Charlie, and this is GeekTalkEdinburgh for today on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Speak you later.